You okay, Mike?
Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
Mr. President.
These are a lot of my friends, but you have been so helpful, Daryl. I appreciate it. You have been really, and we did well. The election, it came out really well. Next time we'll triple it up or quadruple it, right?
That's right.
And we want to get over 51, right? At least 51. And, well, this is Black History Month, so this is our little breakfast, our little get-together. Hi, Lynn. How are you?
Hi, how are you,
Good,
sir?
nice to see you. And just a few notes. During this month, we honor the tremendous history of the African Americans throughout our country, throughout the world, if you really think about it, right? And their story is one of unimaginable sacrifice, hard work, and faith in America. I've gotten a real glimpse during the campaign. I'd go around with Ben to a lot of different places that I wasn't so familiar with. They're incredible people. And I want to thank Ben Carson, who's going to be heading up HUD. That's a big job. And it's a job that's not only housing, it's mind and spirit, right? And you understand it. Nobody's going to be better than Ben. Last month, we celebrated the life of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., whose incredible example is unique in American history. You read all about Dr. Martin Luther King a week ago when somebody said I took the statue out of my office. And it turned out that that was fake news. Fake news. The statue is cherished. It's one of the favorite things and we have some good ones. We have Lincoln, and we have Jefferson, and we have Dr. Martin Luther King, and we have, but they said the statue, the bust of Dr. Martin Luther King was taken out of the office, and it was never even touched. So I think it was a disgrace, but that's the way the press is. Very unfortunate. I'm very proud now that we have a museum in the National Mall where people can learn about Reverend King, so many other things. Frederick Douglass is an example of somebody who's done an amazing job and is being recognized more and more, I notice. Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, and millions more Black Americans who made America what it is today. Big impact. I'm proud to honor this heritage, and we'll be honoring it more and more. Folks at the table, in almost all cases, have been great friends and supporters. And Daryl, I met Daryl when he was defending me on television. And the people that were on the other side of the argument didn't have a chance, right? That's right. And Paris has done an amazing job in a very hostile CNN community. He's all by himself, and he'll have 7 people in Paris, and I'll take Paris over the 7. But I don't watch CNN, so I don't get to see as much as I don't like watching fake news.
None of us watch news anymore.
But Fox has treated me very nice wherever Fox is. Thank you. We're going to need better schools, and we need them soon. We need more jobs. We need better wages, a lot better wages. We're going to work very hard in the inner city. Ben's going to be doing that, big league, big time. It's one of his big things that you're going to be looking at. We need safer communities, and we're going to do that with law enforcement. We're going to make it safe. We're going to make it much better than it is right now. Right now, it's terrible, and I saw you talking about it the other night, Paris, on something else that was really, you did a fantastic job the other night on a very unrelated show. I'm ready to do my part. It's the only time I can see you. I'm ready to do my part, and I will say this, we're going to work together. This is a great group. This is a group that's been so special to me. You really helped me a lot. If you remember, I wasn't going to do well with the African American community, and after they heard me speaking and talking about the inner city and lots of other things, we ended up getting, I won't go into details, but we ended up getting substantially more than other candidates who had run in the past years. And now we're going to take that to new levels. I want to thank my television star over here. Omarosa is actually a very nice person. Nobody knows that, but I don't want to destroy her reputation. She is a very good person, and she's been helpful right from the beginning of the campaign. I appreciate it. I really do. Very special. And so I want to thank everybody for being here. Could we maybe just go around the room and we'll introduce ourselves, and the press can stay for that. And I'm sure they have no questions about last night because it was such a good launch. We have a fantastic, hopefully, new justice of the Supreme Court, and hopefully he'll be approved very, very quickly. He's outstanding in every way, academically, He's done almost as well as you did, Darrell, in college. Not quite, right? But he's a great man. I think he'll be a great justice, and he's being very well received. It was a big evening, very big evening. So, Paris, why don't we start with you? Go ahead.
Pleasure to be here, Mr. President. Honored to be here. Paris Denard. I'm at Thurgood Marshall College Fund and represents the 47 publicly supported historically black colleges and universities, which I know you are very much in support of. So it's a pleasure to be here, sir.
Well, I'm glad you're in support of me because I'd be in the wilderness without you, Paris. You are so effective. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bill Cleveland, retired Capitol Police officer, former vice mayor, City of Alexandria, and substitute teacher in Alexandria School System. Glad to be here.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill.
Bill's also a Vietnam veteran, sir.
Oh, good.
And I'm Earl Matthews, sir. I work for you at the Department of Defense. I was sworn in an hour after you were. So I'm also a veteran, a longtime supporter of yours. I worked for you since late summer, and I'm happy to be here, sir.
Lieutenant Colonel, good job.
Yes, sir.
It's a good job. Our Vice President, we know our Vice President.
You're next. Belinda Scott, Darrell's wife, New Spirit Revival Center, from Cleveland, Ohio, pastor of New Spirit. Great amount of support in the African American community where we are. We love the Lord, we love our new president, and we are praying for our president on a regular basis. That's what we do.
You know, the one thing I didn't understand about Belinda, I thought they were married maybe 5 or 6 years, because look how they look so young. Should you say how many years you've been married?
35?
Been together 38.
30, been together
Now, do you
38,
believe that?
but in the Lord. 35 years.
33, 3 of the 38 under the blood.
It's actually amazing. I would have
But
never.
can I say this? I'm so grateful that our president gives us an ear, to listen to the community, to listen. And people like us are just here to constantly put that message out into the community.
Thank you.
And we love you for that. We love you for listening, and we thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Darrell Scott, pastor, New Spirit Revival Center, and Black Trump supporter. But speaking of the community, let me just say this real quick. I told you I'm gonna try to throw it in. I was recently contacted by some of the top gang thugs in Chicago for a sit down. They reached out to me because they associated me with you. They respect you. They believe in what you're doing, and they want to have a sit down about lowering that body count. So in a couple of weeks, I'm going in
I
Chicago.
think it's a great idea because Chicago is totally out of control.
Well, I let them know, I said, we gotta lower that body count. We don't wanna talk about anything else, get that body count down. And they agreed that the principals that can do it, these are guys straight from the streets, no politicians, straight street guys, but they're gonna commit that if they lower that body count, we'll come in and we'll do some social programs. So they're in agreement.
If they're not going to solve the problem, and what you're doing is the right thing, then we're going to solve the problem for them, because we're going to have to do something about Chicago. Because what's happening in Chicago should not be happening in this country.
But they wanna work with this administration.
Good.
They want to. They reached out. I didn't reach out to them. They reached out to me. They wanna work with this administration. They believe in this administration. They didn't believe in the prior administration. They told me this out of their mouth. But they see hope with
I
me.
love it.
Mr. President, I'm a member of what we call the media, where we try to be fair and objective. Not all media seems to be the opposition party. There are those that see the good that you do, and we report it. I'm just honored to have a seat at the table today.
Thank you, and it is. I mean, a lot of the media is actually the opposition party. They're so biased, and really it's a disgrace. Some of the media is fantastic and fair, but so much of the media is opposition party, knowingly saying incorrect things. So it's a very sad situation, but we seem to be doing well. You know, it's almost like, in the meantime, we won. So maybe they don't have the influence they think, but they really are. They really have to straighten out their act. They're very dishonest people. James?
Pastor James Davis, Mr. President, we've been a supporter of yours from the beginning, alongside Mr. Michael Cohen and Dr. Darrell Scott with the National Diversity Coalition, helped to bring out a huge number in the black community with respect to the vote, and we're still happy to be in support as we go forward.
You've been great. Thank you, James. Okay. And Lynn, we know
Hi,
Omarosa.
Mr. President. Yes, I am, as you know, the former vice president of the wonderful charity that your son founded,
Right.
the Eric Trump Foundation. I've been with your family for about 8 years now, right, Jared? And I was a RNC speaker, and I will be landing with Dr. Carson at HUD
that's great.
as one of his
Good
senior
person.
advisors and director of the Office of Public Liaison.
That's great. That's
Thank
great,
you.
Lynn. You did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, my name is Gerard Robinson. I'm a resident fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, and I was proud to be the leader of the education policy team for Trump transition.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
We have Ashley Bell behind you, and some others.
Ashley. Mr. President, good to be with you. I'm Ashley Bell, Gainesville. Chairman Priebus called me out of my little town to come help run African American outreach for your campaign. I'm glad to support Omarosa, glad to be here, and I'll be wanted to help you out as State Department.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Tucker was the start of the inauguration.
I'm Tucker Davis. Yeah, I've ran your campaign in West Virginia, working for you in the
We
Department
did
of
well in West Virginia.
Coal miners love you.
We love the coal miners too. Better put them back to work.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Leah Lavelle, I was at the RNC and also at PIC, and I helped launch the video series every week, the midweek message that reached out to millennials and college students and helped launch the College Republican chapter at Howard
Great job.
Howard University.
Good.
Great.
I heard that. Good job.
That's Crystal Bell's daughter. We snagged her.
Oh, that's good. Oh, good. Great job.
Thank you.
Mr. President, Monica Alexander, Executive Administrative Assistant in the Office of Public Liaison, support of Omarosa.
Good.
Spelman
Thank you.
graduate.
Spelman graduate.
That's nice.
Mr. President, Jerron Smith. I'm with the Domestic Policy Council and Grimberg's team, and I'll be focusing on urban affairs and revitalization. So all the policy.
Fantastic.
And Howard graduate.
Howard graduates. Good stuff.
All right, Mr. President, press, thank you.
Thank you.
Just 1 second, we'll let the press clear, please.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Stephanie, you're getting tougher. Look at you.
I was too proud to see.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah. Wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters. I said, praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of all the worlds, and to His Rasul Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One of the dangers, I guess, of following learned people, particularly on a limited subject like Islam in America, is that they say everything you were going to say. I have about 11 pages here, and somebody told me that I had to get rid of 3 of them. I think I'm going to have to get rid of a lot more than 3. But what I will do is I'll try to highlight some of the places that they didn't highlight. How's that? Now, you heard that Islam is not new to America. In fact, Islam has about a 500-year continuous existence in America, starting with the slave trade, although we've heard that there were West Africans from Abu Bakr and Mansa Musa first that came here. They didn't leave for us anything in terms of a community. They came for trade, they did their thing, they went back or whatever. But the slaves who came here had to stay. And among those slaves were Muslims who didn't get a chance to go back to West Africa. They had to stay here and establish Islam. So they did their best. As you heard, some of them wrote Qurans, they wrote surahs and ayahs used to wear skull caps. Some of them were able to keep their names, Abdul Rahman and various other ones. But generally speaking, that heritage did not survive. So primarily, in a sense, because when you're a slave, your children don't belong to you. You have children and they get sold somewhere else. So you can't pass down traditions and religions and so forth.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyak na'budu wa iyyak nasta'in, Ihdina siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim, ghayru maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. The English translation of that is, in the name of Allah, most compassionate, most merciful, praise be to Allah, the cherished and sustainer of the worlds, most compassionate, most merciful, master of their judgment. Do we worship? Show us the straight way, the way of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy grace, those whose portion is not right, and those who go on astray. And with that, I welcome you to another episode of History, Community, Life, and Diversity of Muslim Americans in New England. I am Hassan Rashid, your host, and I'll be here waiting for just a little short while now because we overran the opening video, which was a depiction of the president, and a first for the president, a Republican president, who sit down, went nationally, and had a meeting with the black community. That's black community, so that's rare, and I don't know. I hope to see more of that. I don't know how much more of that is in the cards, but I hope to see more of the black community sitting down with the president and working out its future. Okay, and the other was Iman Hall out of Los Angeles. That was the other opening video, Iman Hall out of Los Angeles, and he was celebrating the African-American Islamic presence in the Western Hemisphere during Black History Month. So eventually we're going to try to get back to both of those videos, inshallah, if time permits. Okay, once again, I'm Hassan Rashid, your host, and this is the History, Community, Life, and Diversity of Muslim Americans in New England. I got some local news to share with you about ICNA. Have you ever heard of ICNA? ICNA is an acronym for Islamic Community of North America, and they do a lot of charitable work, and there's a free magazine that they publish. It's absolutely free, and it has all of the things that Islamic Society, Circle of North America is all about in this magazine. And eventually I'm going to tell you how you can get you a copy of this magazine. But there was just a small article about some event up in, I think that's Medford, Mass. I'm going to try to read you a little bit of it. Okay, that's the ISNA, a relief. That's the relief wing of the Islamic Circle of North America, and they're all over the country doing charitable work. And they were at the Black Seed Cafe Grill and the Islamic Society of Boston Cultural Center. Okay, they joined forces, the Black Seed Cafe and Grill and the Islamic Society of Boston Cultural Center joined forces to help out their Boston neighbors with blessing bags, sandwiches, and friendly conversations. Homelessness is on the rise across the country, and in Boston with its harsh winters, it can be devastating. Okay, the homeless are often ignored except during the holiday seasons, and advocates and relief organizations are trying to change that. Today truly warmed my heart. Today truly warmed my heart. Not only did we distribute winter blankets, bags, and sandwiches to the homeless, we engaged in beautiful conversations with them. Sunday well spent, alhamdulillah, said Kadira Maruf of the Islamic Relief. That's the Massachusetts chapter of the Islamic Circle of North America, and I'm sure you'll be hearing more about them here at the History, Community, Life, and Diversity of Muslim Americans with Hassan Rashid. Also, another item in this newsletter, it was the interfaith work on the rise in Massachusetts, okay? The Muslims in Solidarity and the Islamic Circle of North America relief volunteers visited a service delivered in Spanish, okay? A service delivered in Spanish at St. Luke's Episcopal Church in Chelsea, Massachusetts in November to stand in solidarity with their Latino neighbors. The visit included a tour of the church, which has a food pantry and a thrift shop, and discussions about working together in these turbulent times for immigrants, African Americans, and Muslims. Since the election, hate crimes have been increasing against those as these groups. Each side pledged mutual support and ignorant relief. Massachusetts Director Malika McDonald said she will continue to find ways to help the church social work and find other ways to offer support. And talking about hate crimes, if time permits, we're going to share some information on what you can do if you're a victim or if you witness a hate crime here in Eastern Massachusetts, etc., etc. Okay, I got another item for you. The Radcliffe Institute for Advanced Studies, they're sponsoring an event called Game Changers. That's from April 6th to April 7th, and it's all about sports and how sports provides a revealing lens for viewing contemporary societal issues. And that's on April 6th to 7th. Game Changers, Sports, Gender, and Society will explore the relationship between sports and gender with an art event, plan, discussion, and a conversation. Guess what? With who? With the Laila Ali. That's the daughter of Muhammad Ali. She's going to be there, okay? And okay, we're going to tell you how a little bit more how you can register for this event. You can go to the website at excuse me, www.radcliffeharvard.edu and register to see excuse me, Laila Ali, the daughter of the late and great champ. That's Muhammad Ali, and she's going to be there. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit more, share a little bit more with you before we start to pack up and get out of here. Okay, that's announcing of spring conference. Okay, that's a Radcliffe Institute. A conference on April 6th and 7th will provide an expanded look at many of the themes it introduced in hits and misses. Okay, the degree to which sports, broadly defined, pre-made society and cultures has never been greater, making it a revealing lens through which to understand many contemporary issues. Game Changers, Sports, Gender, and Society will explore the relationship between sports and gender in the United States and around the world, okay? The conference will begin with a discussion and an evening performance from a work in progress by the playwright Lydia R. Diamond R. 13, based on a book by the historian Martha Ackerman, that's, I guess it's Rhode Island, 9, about Toni Stone, the first woman to play professional baseball on Negro League men's team in the 1950s. And the agenda, okay, an agenda for the following day will include a keynote conversation with Laila Ali, so you don't want to miss that one. The 4-time undefeated super middleweight boxing world champion, fitness and wellness expert, an author, along with panel discussion with athletes, business leaders, coaches, physicians, policymakers, scholars, and such topics as access and inclusion, health and medical research, and media, popular culture. We're going to try to get her to come on the broadcast here and speak with you all about her fascinating career, okay? Well, that's Game Changers. Will be free and open to the public and webcast live on the Institute website at www.radcliffe.harvard.edu. Guess what? The time is just about our half an hour, 25 minutes is just about up. But you know, it's always excellent being here with you, and it's such a great achievement to come into your lives like we do here daily at CCTV. There's just a few more minutes left, and I'd like to making another announcement. There's several takes, spawns on what is known in the Black American community as Savior's Day. There are 4 different groups I found that celebrate this occasion, Savior's Day, and most Savior's Day weekends are, I guess, during the weekend of around 25th of February. Okay, so that's when these different various groups commence their Savior's Day ceremony. It's the ceremony depicting the arrival of Master Farad Muhammad, the founder of the Nation of Islam, arrived in the Western Hemisphere here to teach Islam to the Black American community. So I want to go out with, if time permits, I want to show you some of these videos and different takes on Savior's Day. So hold on, fasten your seatbelts, okay?
The Son of Man, leader and teacher of the new Nation of Islam, is inviting you to Savior's Day, February 26th, 3 p.m. at the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History, 315 East Warren Avenue. Admission is free.
If the black man of America will get up and respect himself and do something for himself,
Atlanta, Georgia, get ready for the crowning event of the year. Savior's Day 2017. A powerful sun of truth is rising in the West. The black community is invited to hear a powerful Savior's Day message by the Honorable